Note-taking has not changed much for as long as schools have been around, and when it comes to the gear people use, it's typically not much more involved than a pencil or pen and some paper to go with it. As a student, carrying textbooks and notebooks everywhere is impractical, so we have lockers that we have to constantly visit to unload and load up on the books and materials we need for the next class. This is the system we have, and it works well enough if you're good at organizing your binders and don't lose things. I'm not one of those people, so I've discovered a new system. When I got an iPad over a year ago, I never anticipated it being the center of my academic life. I largely intended to use it for media consumption and as a portable laptop replacement. It works well enough for those purposes, but when I ordered an Apple Pencil and smart keyboard for it, things began to change. I've never really been a good drawer, and I don't use a keyboard often, but having these tools available for my iPad made it feel more complete when I didn't have another computer to use on the road. Then I found out about Notability, a note-taking app that I happened to find which gradually reinvented the way I thought about school. With a normal laptop, taking notes in, say, a history or English class isn't that difficult, and that was possible with a smart keyboard. But the realms of math in classes like economics, where drawing charts is essential, you really need a pencil. That's when I found out that Notability supported the Apple Pencil, and as a stylus device, it works fantastically for taking calculus notes or jotting down a model. When combined with the smart keyboard, I had an all-in-one note-taking solution that needed no ink or paper, just a simple charge. What's so great about the solution? For me, as a traditionally unorganized person who is prone to losing papers, it's a game changer. All I have to carry now in my backpack is the iPad with a keyboard cover, the Apple Pencil, an external battery pack that I don't need most days, but it's nice to have when I need to charge my phone or iPad. All the textbooks that are available in ebook formats are downloaded onto my iPad, and any that aren't, I scan the pages of that I need in advance from my locker using the Scanner Pro app. All my notes are organized within the Notability app and synced up in iCloud, eliminating the problem of losing loose scraps of paper. I also use the wonderful Time Page app by Moleskine as a schedule to get alerts about what classes I have and what room I need to go to next. It also serves as a nice calendar for general use outside of school. Whenever I need to sign papers or have to handwrite, I use PDF Editor as it works well with my scanning app. And should I need to print anything, I can wirelessly send documents to the school printer. The iPad Pro 12.9-inch which I have is a little less than 2 years old at this point, and it's due to get a refresh soon. But to be honest, I can't imagine wanting a new one anytime soon. The hardware works really well. It gets battery life that comfortably gets me through a school day or two of note-taking, and it's plenty fast for my needs. It's likely that this model will be refreshed soon, but if you want to save money, buying the older model is perfectly fine. Just make sure it's either a 9.7-inch or 12.9-inch iPad, branded as iPad Pro. The smaller 9.7-inch size is cheaper and newer, but I prefer the bigger one for the larger screen that closely resembles a magazine size, or perhaps more appropriately, a notebook. The real magic of the iPad Pro is the accessories. The smart keyboard is a thin and light design that integrates well with the iPad, connecting through pins rather than Bluetooth, which eliminates the need for charging it separately and going through an annoying pairing process. But it's not cheap, and third-party options from Logitech and other companies are also worth considering if you want a more traditional and bulkier design, or Bluetooth, or just want to save money. The Apple Pencil, however, is unmatched, and you can tell the iPad and the Pencil have been designed for each other when you use them. The input lag normally seen in styluses is virtually non-existent with the Apple Pencil, and palm rejection works really well. This all makes handwriting as effortless as it is with a normal notebook. Is this sort of setup possible using any tablet? Sort of, but with a lot of asterisks. You can get cheaper options from other companies that might work, but they probably won't work nearly as well. The reason the iPad is so great is its ecosystem. It runs iOS, so while you can't run normal Mac or Windows desktop apps, you have a great choice of apps for any need, and in my case, note-taking and organizational. You also get hardware like the smart keyboard and Apple Pencil, which, when combined with the iPad, make it more powerful and versatile for note-taking, more so than any traditional laptop and much more elegant than any clunky tablet with a passive stylus. The screen is solid, it works well, and you don't have to think about it. There's other apps like GoodNotes which also recognize handwriting and even support OCR, a technology which scans your handwriting and lets you search your notes the same way you'd search on a web page or Word document. So it's your choice what you want to use. I like Notability because it's what I'm already using and it has a simple, unobtrusive interface. But when it comes to note-taking, scanning, or other purposes, you have plenty of options on iOS. When you factor in the cost of an iPad Pro 12.9-inch and the higher capacity storage, which I recommend if you want to use it as your primary portable computer, and the accessories and apps you'll need for a note-taking setup like mine, it comes out to under $1,200 with a student discount, which any high school or university student can apply for. That's not much more expensive than most basic laptops, and it's cheaper than many higher-end laptops. It still isn't quite as cheap as a Chromebook or the classic pencil and paper, but for anyone who already wants a tablet for purposes like media consumption or graphic design, and wants to take their note-taking digital, I think it's a great option. One last thing though, make sure your school has a wireless printer that supports AirPrint. Most do, if you want to print your notes or scan documents directly from the iPad. Otherwise, you'll have to print somewhere else where there is a wireless printer. Also, look up your textbooks online and see how many of them offer an ebook version. Some are available on the built-in iBooks app, but most of them are on Amazon's free Kindle app, and you can rent ebooks with the Kindle app for cheaper just as you can for their physical counterparts. That's all, and good luck to living in a paperless and more organized future.